Ladies and gentlemen, there is a power in silence, a strength in focus, and a grace in patience. So often we rush into the world trying to tell everyone our plans, our dreams, and our visions, hoping that speaking loudly will make things happen faster. But the truth is, the loudest voice doesn't always carry the most power. The one who waits, who prepares, who focuses on themselves is the one who ultimately receives what life has promised. When you focus on yourself, you step into the arena of personal growth. You start investing in your mind, your skills, your spirit, and your character. You stop comparing yourself to others and start nurturing your own journey. In silence, there is clarity. In preparation, there is strength. And in patience, there is a harvest that no one can steal from you. Many of us are distracted by what everyone else is doing, by what everyone else is saying, and by the fear that if we stay quiet, the world will forget us. Here's the secret: the world doesn't need to hear you shout. It only needs to witness your results. When your focus is unwavering, when your actions align with your purpose, and when your heart is disciplined, everything begins to flow naturally towards you. Doors open. Opportunities appear. People notice without you having to announce yourself. Silence doesn't mean weakness. Silence is strategy. It is the sacred space where growth happens, where vision is refined, and where power is quietly built. Focus on your journey. Strengthen your faith. Elevate your mind. Protect your energy. Watch how life unfolds in your favor without force, without struggle, without unnecessary noise. Remember, everything you are working for, everything you're dreaming of is not meant to be rushed. Nature doesn't force a seed to grow overnight. The universe doesn't fast track your blessing when the timing isn't right. So stay silent, stay focused, keep growing, keep preparing, keep trusting, because when the right time comes, everything you've been waiting for will come naturally. Your success will not be a story of loud words. Quiet discipline, relentless faith, and undisturbed preparation. Focus on yourself. Stay silent. Let the world catch up with the greatness that is already rising within you. There is a power that most people overlook, power that is hidden in plain sight, yet it is often misunderstood. It is the power of silence. In a world that celebrates noise, attention, constant activity, we have been taught to believe that speaking up, making ourselves heard, and showing our every move is the path to success. But the truth is, silence is not emptiness. Silence is strength. Silence is strategy. Silence is the quiet force that builds giants. Silence is power because it allows you to focus on what truly matters. When you are silent, you are not distracted by the noise of opinions, criticisms, or the expectations of others. You are able to hear your own thoughts, understand your own heart, and discover the purpose that drives you. So many people live their lives reacting to the chatter around them, reacting to what others say, what others do, what others expect. When you step into silence, you step out of reaction and into creation. In silence, you become the architect of your destiny rather than a passenger on someone else's journey. Think about it for a moment. Every great achievement in history, every remarkable invention, every life-changing idea was conceived in moments of stillness, reflection, and quiet preparation. The person who shouts the loudest does not always accomplish the most. The person who brags about their plans does not always see them fulfilled. It is the one who works quietly with determination and discipline who sees the fruits of their labor. Silence allows you to build without interference. Silence allows you to grow without comparison. Silence allows you to become more than what anyone else sees. Silence is also power because it keeps your energy safe. Words are powerful, but they are also costly. Every time you speak, you expend energy. Every time you argue, explain, or justify yourself, you give away power that could have been used for growth. When you choose silence, you protect your energy. You choose your battles wisely. You do not fight every fight, nor do you respond to every provocation. Instead, you conserve your strength for the moments that truly matter. And when the right moment comes, you move with precision, impact, and authority rather than with exhaustion and frustration. There is another dimension of silence that is often overlooked: the power of observation. When you are silent, you are able to watch and understand the world around you. You notice patterns, you see opportunities, and you discern intentions. People who speak too much often miss these subtleties because they are too busy broadcasting their thoughts instead of absorbing the wisdom of the moment. Silence gives you eyes to see, ears to hear, and a mind to understand. In silence, you learn. In silence, you prepare. Preparation is the secret weapon of success. Silence is also a form of humility. It reminds you that you do not need constant validation or approval from the world. You do not need to prove yourself at every turn. By being silent, you acknowledge that your value is not determined by applause, likes, or attention. Your worth is inherent and your growth is personal. You are learning to trust in the process, to trust in the timing, and to trust in the power that is within you. The world will notice eventually. It will notice because of what you have built, not because of what you have shouted. Moreover, silence strengthens your character. When you resist the urge to speak unnecessarily, when you resist gossip, complaints, or distractions, you cultivate discipline, patience, and focus. These qualities become the foundation of every success you will achieve. A person who cannot control their tongue often struggles to control other areas of life. The person who masters silence masters themselves, and when you master yourself, you master your circumstances. Silence becomes your ally in the journey to greatness. Silence is not emptiness, it is presence. When you are silent, you are fully present with yourself and your purpose. You are aligned with your vision, and you are listening to the subtle guidance that is often drowned out by noise. The world may call it stillness, but in truth, it is a storm of preparation, growth, and focus happening quietly beneath the surface. Your ideas are forming, your character is being shaped, your power is being cultivated. When the time comes, your action will be unstoppable because it has been fortified in the silence of your preparation. Let us also not forget the spiritual dimension of silence. There is a divine rhythm in waiting, in being still, and in trusting the unseen. Does not always reward the loudest, it rewards the prepared. Blessings come not to those who announce them prematurely, but to those who are ready when the opportunity arrives. Silence is the crucible in which patience, faith, and resilience are forged. The world may not understand why you are quiet, why you are not rushing, why you are not broadcasting every step, but that is the beauty of it. Silence is sacred. Silence is strategic. Silence is powerful. So today, I challenge you to embrace silence, not as weakness, not as fear, but as power. Focus on yourself. Build your skills. Strengthen your mind. Guard your energy. Observe the world, prepare your heart, and most importantly, trust the process. Stop trying to prove your value to everyone around you. Stop shouting for recognition. Let your growth speak for itself. Let your results announce your arrival. Silence is the soil in which greatness grows. Silence is the engine that fuels your dreams. Silence is the unseen force that propels you toward victory. When you choose silence, you are choosing strength. You are choosing preparation over reaction, wisdom over impulsiveness, and patience over desperation. Everything you are working for, everything you are building, everything you are becoming is quietly taking shape in the silence. Remember, the loudest voice does not always carry the furthest. The person who rushes often stumbles, but the one who is silent, patient, and focused, they move like a river, carving their path unstoppable and unshakable. Silence is not a void, it is the power waiting to be unleashed. So stay quiet, focus on yourself, grow, prepare, and when the right time comes, step forward with authority, confidence, and undeniable power, because the world will notice, not because you shouted, but because you became unshakable, stoppable, and undeniable. There is a truth in life that many people overlook. The most valuable investment you can ever make is in yourself. You can buy property, stocks, or possessions, but none of these will grow unless you grow first. You can chase recognition, money, or status. If you have not invested in your mind, your skills, and your character, those things will never bring lasting fulfillment. Investing in yourself is the foundation for everything you will ever achieve. It is the seed that produces a harvest far greater than any external success. Investing in yourself begins with your mind. Your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. If you feed your mind with knowledge, inspiration, understanding, you are laying the groundwork for a life of excellence. Reading, learning, expanding your perspective are not just activities, they are investments. Every book you read, every lesson you take, every new skill you acquire increases your value in a way that no one can take away. The world may change, circumstances may shift. What you carry in your mind is eternal. But investing in yourself is not only about knowledge, it is about action. Knowledge without action is like having seeds in your hand without planting them in the soil. True investment in yourself requires courage. It requires stepping out of comfort zones, taking risks, and embracing challenges that stretch you beyond what you thought was possible. Growth rarely happens in safety. It happens when you face discomfort, confront your weaknesses, and rise above fear. Every challenge you overcome is an investment that pays dividends for a lifetime. Your physical well-being is also a critical part of investing in yourself. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience life. Neglect it and you limit your potential. Nourish it and you empower your journey. Exercise, nutrition, rest, and self-care are not luxuries. They are investments in your longevity, your energy, and your capacity to achieve. When you honor your body, you honor your purpose. Every step you take toward physical health is a step toward a stronger, more resilient life. Investing in yourself also means cultivating emotional and spiritual strength. Your mind, body, and spirit are interconnected. When one is neglected, the others suffer. Developing emotional intelligence, practicing self-awareness, and nurturing your inner peace are all investments that compound over time. Spiritual growth, faith, and reflection provide the clarity, guidance, and resilience you need to navigate life's storms. When you invest in your inner world, you create a foundation that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. One of the most overlooked forms of investment is time. How you spend your time determines the trajectory of your life. Every hour you dedicate to growth, learning, and reflection is an investment in your future. Conversely, hours spent in distraction, negativity, or idle complaining are lost forever. Time is a currency you cannot earn back. Investing it wisely in yourself ensures that every day brings you closer to the life you are meant to live. Another vital aspect of investing in yourself is surrounding yourself with the right people. The company you keep can either elevate you or diminish you. Seek mentors, friends, and colleagues who challenge you, inspire you, and hold you accountable. Avoid those who drain your energy or cloud your vision. Investing in relationships that nurture your growth is an investment in your own potential. The right guidance, encouragement, and support can accelerate your progress beyond what you could achieve alone. Investing in yourself also requires a commitment to continuous improvement. The world is constantly changing, and what worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. Those who stop growing stagnate, while those who commit to lifelong learning rise above limitations. Never settle for mediocrity. Never allow complacency to define your life. Invest in refining your skills, developing new abilities, and expanding your influence. Every step of improvement, no matter how small, compounds over time and leads to extraordinary results. Financial investment in yourself is another critical piece. This does not mean spending recklessly. Strategically allocating resources toward your growth, courses, workshops, certifications, tools, or experiences that enhance your skills and expand your opportunities are investments that pay lasting dividends. Every dollar you invest in becoming better, smarter, and stronger multiplies in the form of income, influence, and impact. Do not be afraid to spend money on your growth. It is the most secure investment you can make. Investing in yourself also means protecting your mind from negativity. Avoid the voices that tell you that you cannot, should not, or will not succeed. Avoid comparison, envy, and doubt. Instead, fill your mind with inspiration, encouragement, and possibilities. The thoughts you entertain shape the life you live. Protect your mental space as fiercely as you would protect your finances or your health. Guarding your mind is one of the greatest investments you can make. Perhaps most importantly, investing in yourself requires patience and faith. Growth is not instant, and transformation does not happen overnight. You may not see immediate results, but every effort, every lesson, every act of discipline contributes to your future success. Trust the process, believe in your potential, and continue to invest even when the outcome is not yet visible. The rewards of investing in yourself are not always immediate. They are inevitable for those who persist. When you invest in yourself, you are declaring to the world that you are worth it. You are saying, I am valuable, I am capable, I am worthy of growth, success, and fulfillment. Investing in yourself is not selfish, it is essential. It allows you to contribute more, serve better, and live fully. The more you invest in yourself, the more you can impact the world around you. Cannot pour from an empty cup, and personal investment ensures that your cup is overflowing. So today, commit to investing in yourself. Read that book, take that course, start that habit, strengthen your body, guard your mind, surround yourself with excellence. Take time to reflect, to grow, and to prepare. The world may not recognize your investment immediately, but the seeds you plant today will bear fruit for years to come. Investing in yourself is the most profound form of empowerment. It is the foundation for every success, every achievement, every blessing you will ever receive. When you invest in yourself, you are building a life of abundance, purpose, and influence. You are ensuring that your legacy is not left to chance, but carefully crafted by your hands, your mind, and your heart. Remember, in life grows without care, attention, and nourishment. Your potential is no different. Invest in yourself and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Your future self will thank you, your dreams will align, and your life will reflect the power of the investment you made in becoming the best version of yourself. There is a subtle trap that so many people fall into without even realizing it, a trap that steals joy, undermines confidence, and limits potential. Trap is comparison. From the moment we wake up, we are bombarded with images, messages, and stories that urge us to measure ourselves against others. Social media shows the highlight reels of people's lives. Friends and colleagues display their successes, possessions, and achievements. Even family can sometimes unknowingly create a sense of competition. And if we are not careful, we start believing that our worth is determined by how we stack up against everyone else. But I am here to tell you today, comparison is a thief. It robs you of peace, distracts you from purpose, and blinds you to the power that is uniquely within you. When you compare yourself to others, you are measuring your journey against someone else's path. And here is the truth: no two journeys are the same. Each person has their own timing, their own challenges, and their own unique calling. What you see on the outside rarely reflects the work, struggle, and sacrifice that others have gone through to get there. You cannot measure your beginning to someone else's middle. You cannot judge your journey by the timeline or achievements of another. Every step you take is designed for your growth, your lessons, and your preparation. The moment you begin to compare, you step away from your purpose and into the shadows of someone else's life. Comparison also undermines confidence. You constantly measure yourself against others. You focus on what you lack instead of what you have. You forget the gifts, talents, and opportunities that are already yours. You begin to feel smaller, less capable, and inadequate, not because you have allowed your perspective to be hijacked. Confidence grows when you embrace who you are and what you have been called to do. Comparison diminishes that confidence by shifting your focus outward instead of inward. And once confidence is lost, progress slows, creativity falters, and opportunities are missed. Another way comparison sabotages us is by fostering envy and resentment. When you look at someone else's success and feel bitterness or jealousy, you are allowing negative emotions to take root in your heart. You are planting seeds that will choke your own growth. Every time you compare, you are turning your attention away from your own development and towards someone else's accomplishments. Meanwhile, life is passing by, and the opportunities meant for you remain untouched because your energy has been wasted on measuring, resenting, or wishing for another path. Antidote to comparison is self-focus. When you focus on yourself, your purpose, and your growth, you redirect energy from distraction to development. You begin to recognize that your journey is yours alone. Your life cannot and should not be measured against anyone else's. The skills you are developing, the lessons you are learning, and the challenges you are overcoming are uniquely designed for you. Success is not a one-size-fits-all formula, and your value is not determined by someone else's achievements. By avoiding comparison, you reclaim your peace, your confidence, and your direction. Comparison also blinds you to gratitude. When you are constantly measuring yourself against others, it is easy to overlook the blessings that are already in your life. You forget to celebrate small victories, progress, and personal growth. Gratitude comes when you focus on your own journey, appreciating how far you have come, acknowledging your resilience, and recognizing the opportunities that lie ahead. Avoiding comparison allows you to see your life clearly, cherish what you have, and pursue what you are destined to achieve with clarity and purpose. It is important to understand that avoiding comparison does not mean you stop striving for excellence. It does not mean you become complacent or stagnant. The contrary, it means that your motivation comes from within, not from outside validation. You set goals based on your purpose, your abilities, and your vision, rather than trying to match or surpass someone else's accomplishments. You develop a personal standard of excellence, grounded in your values and fueled by your passion. In this way, you are empowered by ambition, not imprisoned by envy. Avoiding comparison also protects your mental and emotional health. The moment you compare, stress, anxiety, and self-doubt creep in. You begin to question your worth and obsess over what others have that you do not. Over time, this pattern erodes your mental peace and clouds your judgment. Choosing to focus on yourself, your journey, and your growth, you safeguard your mind and heart. You create an environment where creativity flourishes, confidence thrives, and resilience strengthens. Your energy is no longer spent chasing shadows or trying to fit into someone else's mold. Let us also remember that comparison distorts reality. What we see on the surface, someone's success, wealth, or influence, rarely tells the full story. Behind every achievement, there are struggles, failures, and sacrifices that are hidden from view. The more you compare, the more you risk falling into illusions and unrealistic expectations. Life is not a contest, it is a journey. Every experience, every trial, and every triumph is preparing you for your unique purpose. When you avoid comparison, you can see your path clearly and walk it confidently. Ultimate freedom comes when you realize that your worth is inherent and not measured by external markers. You do not need to be bigger, faster, richer than someone else to be valuable. You do not need to emulate anyone else to be significant. Your life, your talents, your experiences, your potential are enough. When you embrace this truth, comparison loses its grip. You step into your own power, aligned with your purpose, and focused on becoming the best version of yourself. Stop measuring yourself against the world. Stop scrolling through lives and wondering why you are not there yet. Stop letting envy, fear, or doubt take root in your heart. Your journey is yours alone. Focus on your growth. Invest in your skills. Strengthen your mind, body, and spirit. Celebrate your victories, however small. Trust the timing of your life. Remember, the race is not against anyone else. It is against yesterday's version of yourself. Avoid comparison. You will find peace. Avoid comparison, and you will discover joy in your progress. Avoid comparison, and you will unleash the full potential that has been waiting inside of you all along. The world does not define your value. Your growth, purpose, and persistence do. Walk in your path with confidence, clarity, and faith, and everything meant for you will align at the perfect time. Comparison is a trap. Avoid it. Focus on yourself. Celebrate your uniqueness, honor your journey, and watch as life responds to your faith, your discipline, and then your commitment to becoming the person you were born to be. There is a lesson that life insists we learn, though many of us resist it. That lesson is patience. We live in a world that glorifies speed, instant results, rapid success, and immediate gratification. We are told to move fast, achieve quickly, and act without delay. Yet, in the midst of all this rushing, we often forget one simple truth. Real success, lasting fulfillment, and divine blessings are rarely immediate. They are cultivated over time. They are nurtured through consistent effort, faithful endurance, unwavering patience. Patience brings reward, and it is one of the greatest keys to a meaningful and victorious life. Patience is not passivity. Many people misunderstand it. They think patience means waiting idly, doing nothing, and hoping for things to fall into place. True patience is active. It is disciplined, persistent, and intentional. It is the ability to keep working, growing, preparing while trusting that the timing of your life is unfolding perfectly. Patience allows you to endure the process without giving up, to withstand the trials without losing hope, and to continue moving forward even when progress seems invisible. The first reason patience brings reward is that it allows for growth. Life's greatest lessons are often learned in the waiting. Every delay, every obstacle, every challenge is an opportunity for growth, wisdom, and character building. When you are patient, you allow yourself the time to develop the skills, strength, and resilience needed to handle the rewards when they arrive. The person who rushes often stumbles because they are unprepared. The person who waits grows and refines themselves, becomes ready for opportunities that others are not equipped to handle. Patience is the silent teacher of excellence. Patience also guards against mistakes. Many of us have experienced the consequences of rushing, making decisions too quickly, jumping into opportunities without preparation, or acting out of frustration. Impulsive actions may bring temporary results. They rarely bring lasting success. Patience allows you to see clearly, weigh your options, and make decisions that are strategic rather than reactive. It protects you from unnecessary setbacks and positions you to seize opportunities at the right moment. The reward that comes from patience is often sweeter because it is built on wisdom and careful preparation. Another reason patience brings reward is that it strengthens faith. When we are patient, we are exercising trust in the process, trust in our abilities, trust in a higher timing. Life does not always move according to our schedule, and our dreams do not always manifest when we want them to. Yet those who remain patient demonstrate faith that the right doors will open, the right opportunities will appear. Blessings meant for them will arrive at the perfect time. Patience and faith go hand in hand. One cannot exist fully without the other. When patience is coupled with faith, it transforms waiting into an act of power. Patience also builds resilience. Life is filled with setbacks, disappointments, unforeseen challenges. The person who is impatient is easily discouraged, quick to give up, or swayed by temporary failures. The person who is patient, however, endures the storms, rises after every fall, and keeps pressing forward with unwavering determination. Every moment of waiting, every trial endured, every challenge overcome strengthens the spirit and fortifies the mind. The reward of patience is not just in the outcome, it is in the transformation of the person who learns to endure, persist, and remain steadfast. Moreover, patience enhances the value of the reward. Anything that comes too easily is often undervalued. But when you wait, when you work, when you persevere through difficulty, the reward becomes a testament to your perseverance. The longer you prepare, the more effort you invest, the more obstacles you overcome, the greater the significance of what you eventually receive. Patience ensures that when your moment arrives, it is not only deserved but appreciated. You recognize the journey it took to get there. Triumph becomes more meaningful because it was earned through persistence and endurance. Patience also teaches timing. Timing is everything in life. Opportunities come and go, blessings appear and sometimes fade, and the world moves in seasons. The person who is impatient often misses the right moment because they act too soon or too late. The person who is patient waits for alignment, when preparation meets opportunity, when readiness meets circumstance, and when effort meets divine timing. Patience is the bridge between your current position and your breakthrough. Without it, you may achieve, you will not experience the fullness of what is meant for you. It is important to note that patience is an investment in self-discipline. Patience is not simply waiting. It is maintaining control, composure, and focus during the waiting period. It is the ability to say no to shortcuts, to resist discouragement, and to stay committed to your vision even when the reward seems distant. Self-discipline strengthens patience. Patience strengthens results. Together, they create a foundation for sustainable success and long-term fulfillment. Patience brings reward because it aligns us with a higher order. There are forces beyond our control, timing, circumstances, opportunities that cannot be rushed. When we learn to be patient, we stop fighting against life's natural rhythm and start moving in harmony with it. We allow the universe or divine timing to work in our favor. The person who is patient trusts that life will deliver, and in doing so, they avoid unnecessary stress, frustration, and missteps. Patience creates space for blessings to manifest in the most powerful and effective way. Finally, patience brings peace. In the midst of waiting, we often find anxiety, frustration, and doubt creeping in. Those who cultivate patience discover serenity amidst the process. They learn to enjoy the journey, appreciate the lessons, trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Patience does not just bring reward in the form of success. It brings reward in the form of inner peace, contentment, and clarity. It allows you to experience life fully while preparing for the blessings that are yet to come. So today, challenge you to embrace patience. Do not despise the waiting season. Do not rush the process. Every delay, every challenge, and every trial is shaping you for a future that is greater than anything you can imagine. Keep working, keep growing, and keep trusting. Your breakthrough will come, not because of force or speed, but because of endurance, faith, and patience. Patience brings reward. It brings growth, wisdom, resilience, faith, and peace. It ensures that when the moment of triumph arrives, you are ready, deserving, and capable. The reward of patience is not only the achievement itself, but the transformation of the person who learned to wait, endure, and believe. Remember, life's greatest victories are never rushed. They are cultivated, nurtured, and brought to fruition in their perfect time. Be patient. Stay faithful. Diligently trust the process. And when your reward comes, it will not just satisfy, it will inspire, empower, and testify to the power of patience. There is a saying that we often hear, but few truly understand: results speak louder than words. In a world full of promises, opinions, and empty declarations, it is not what you say that defines you. It is what you do. You can talk endlessly about your dreams, your plans, and your intentions. Unless action is taken, unless progress is made, words remain hollow. The world does not measure you by what you say. It measures you by what you produce, outcomes you create, and by the impact of your actions. Results speak louder, and those who understand this principle rise above the noise of talkers and become people of influence and power. Many people are trapped in the cycle of talking. They talk about their goals, share their visions, and describe the life they want to live, but action is inconsistent or absent. They fill social media feeds with promises of change, declarations of success, and dreams yet to be realized. But words without execution are nothing more than illusions. The measure of greatness is not in how loudly you speak or how convincingly you sell your ideas. It is in what you create, build, and accomplish. Results are the evidence of intention turned into reality. They are the proof that you have taken responsibility for your life and made it count. Results speak louder because action reveals character. What you do in private when no one is watching reflects who you truly are. Words can be manipulated, promises can be broken, and appearances can deceive, but results cannot lie. They reveal the depth of your commitment, the quality of your effort, strength of your discipline. A person who consistently produces results is respected not for what they claim, but for what they deliver. That is why the world pays attention to achievers, to those whose lives are defined by tangible outcomes rather than empty declarations. Another reason results speak louder is that they inspire credibility. People are drawn to those who have proven themselves through action. When you accomplish, you earn influence. When you follow through, you gain trust. Talking alone may attract attention for a moment. Results command respect and loyalty over the long term. Others do not want to follow someone who only speaks. They want to follow someone who shows, someone whose actions match their words. Results build reputations, while words alone often crumble under scrutiny. Results also provide clarity and accountability. When you measure your life by results, you no longer rely on external validation or subjective opinions. You assess your progress by tangible outcomes, by milestones achieved, and by challenges overcome. This shifts your focus from talking about what could be to doing what must be. Action creates accountability. It forces you to face the consequences of effort and decisions. Words alone allow excuses to flourish. Results reveal the truth. They tell you where you stand, what needs improvement, and how far you have come. In addition, results speak louder because they inspire others. Words can motivate temporarily, but tangible achievements have the power to influence profoundly. People see what you accomplish and are moved to believe that they too can achieve. Your actions become a testament to what is possible when discipline, focus, and perseverance are applied. The person who produces results lights a path for others to follow. The life you build, the goals you reach, and the victories you achieve communicate a message far beyond anything words could convey. Results create a legacy that words alone cannot. It is important to note that achieving results requires more than desire. It requires consistent effort, discipline, and resilience. Dreams alone are not enough. Plans alone are not enough. You must act, persist, and overcome obstacles. Action without follow-through is ineffective, and intention without execution is powerless. Results demand that you put in the work day after day, even when progress seems slow, even when challenges arise, and even when doubt threatens to take over. The difference between those who talk and those who succeed is the willingness to endure the process until results are achieved. Results also teach humility. The more you accomplish, the more you realize that success is not simply about words or appearances. True accomplishment requires preparation, sacrifice, and effort. You cannot fake results. You cannot shortcut them. Every achievement is the sum of discipline, consistency, and hard work. You focus on producing results. You develop a respect for the process, a reverence for persistence, and an understanding that life rewards those who work silently and diligently until their efforts bear fruit. Furthermore, results provide empowerment. When you see the outcomes of your labor, it reinforces your confidence and strengthens your belief in your abilities. Words alone may inspire hope temporarily, but results solidify it permanently. Each achievement becomes proof that you can overcome challenges, navigate setbacks, and achieve what you set out to do. Results are empowering because they are tangible, undeniable evidence that you are capable of turning dreams into reality. Another critical aspect of results is that they create momentum. Action produces energy, consistency produces progress, and results build momentum. When you begin to see outcomes from your effort, it fuels further action and drives you to greater heights. Words, on the other hand, are static. They may motivate or express intent, but they do not generate the movement needed for transformation. Results, however, are living proof that your efforts matter, that your discipline counts, and that your life is moving forward. Finally, results speak louder because they are eternal. Words may be forgotten, promises may fade, and opinions may change, but the work you produce, the goals you achieve, and the lives you impact leave a lasting mark. Results are a legacy. Testify to the effort, persistence, and determination that shaped your journey. In the end, the life you build, the influence you create, impact you leave behind will be remembered far longer than any speech, declaration, or claim you make. Stop relying on words alone. Stop measuring your worth by what you say you will do. Focus instead on action, on discipline, on follow-through. Let your life be defined by what you accomplish, not by what you promise. Work diligently in private, push through challenges, and remain committed to your vision. Let your results speak louder than your words. Watch as the world takes notice, respect grows, and opportunities multiply. Remember, anyone can talk about dreams, but only those who act on them change the world. Words are easy, but results are earned. Words may inspire, but results prove. Words may convince, but results demonstrate. Let your achievements, your progress, and your impact communicate your value. Results speak louder than anything else ever could, and they are the language of influence, respect, and legacy. Results speak louder. Your life be a testament to that truth. Work hard, stay disciplined, persevere, act, achieve. And when the world looks at your life, will see more than words. It will see evidence. It will see transformation. It will see victory. Let your results do the talking. Let the impact of your actions define your legacy. There is a truth in life that many people fail to recognize, yet it is one of the most powerful principles for achieving success, peace, and fulfillment. Discipline protects your energy. In a world filled with distractions, demands, and constant noise, energy is your most valuable currency. It determines how effectively you can work, think, create, and serve. If your energy is mismanaged, scattered, or wasted, your potential is diminished, your focus is broken, and your results are compromised. Discipline is the guard at the gate of your energy. It decides what enters your life, what is allowed to consume your time, and what is worthy of your effort. Without discipline, energy is lost, opportunities are missed, and dreams remain unfulfilled. Discipline protects energy by setting boundaries. Boundaries are not limitations. They are the framework that preserves your mental, emotional, and physical strength. When you are disciplined, you choose what to engage with and what to avoid. You do not allow negativity, gossip, or unnecessary conflict to drain your vitality. You protect your focus, ensuring that your energy is invested in actions and relationships that matter, in goals that align with your purpose, and in endeavors that yield meaningful results. Boundaries are an act of self-respect, and discipline is what enforces them. One of the greatest ways discipline protects energy is by controlling impulses. In a world designed to demand instant gratification, it is easy to give in to distraction, temptation, or unnecessary drama. Every time you act without thought, you expend energy on what is trivial or destructive. Discipline allows you to pause, consider the consequences, and redirect your energy toward what truly matters. It prevents wasted effort and preserves your strength for the moment's tasks and relationships that actually contribute to your growth and success. Those who master discipline live intentionally. Those who do not are often exhausted, frustrated, and off course. Discipline also protects energy by helping you prioritize. Life is filled with countless demands, responsibilities, and opportunities, many of which compete for your attention. Without discipline, you become scattered, pulled in multiple directions, and unable to focus on what truly matters. With discipline, you learn to prioritize, to focus on high-impact actions, and to allocate your energy strategically. You recognize that every decision carries a cost: time, effort, focus, and you consciously invest these resources where they will produce the greatest results. In this way, discipline is not just a habit. It is a strategy for maximizing the return on your energy. Another powerful aspect of discipline is that it protects energy from emotional drain. Emotions are a form of energy, and unmanaged emotions can consume more of your life than any external circumstance. Anger, resentment, fear, envy are all energy thieves that rob you of clarity, focus, and peace. Discipline teaches you to respond, not react. It allows you to manage your emotion, maintain composure, and direct your energy toward solutions rather than problems. By cultivating emotional discipline, you safeguard your internal resources and prevent unnecessary loss of power to feelings that do not serve your purpose. Discipline also safeguards your energy by fostering consistency. Energy is amplified when actions are repeated with focus, intention, and persistence. Discipline creates habits that allow you to channel your energy efficiently and effectively. The person who works with discipline does not rely on bursts of motivation or sporadic effort. They have a system, a routine, and a structure that protects their energy and multiplies their results. Energy wasted in inconsistency is energy that could have been transformed into accomplishment, progress, and personal growth. Discipline ensures that your energy is not dissipated, but invested. Protecting energy through discipline also extends to relationships. Not all relationships are beneficial, and not all interactions are productive. People who are undisciplined in their emotional and social boundaries often allow toxic relationships, unnecessary drama, and negative influences to drain their vitality. Discipline helps you recognize which relationships nourish you and which ones deplete you. It allows you to distance yourself from negativity while engaging fully with those who uplift, inspire, and challenge you positively. Energy is contagious. Discipline ensures you surround yourself with sources of positive, productive energy. Discipline also guards against mental clutter. Scattered mind leads to wasted energy, indecision, and stress. Discipline cultivates focus, organization, and clarity of thought. It allows you to control your attention, to direct your mental resources toward problem solving, creativity, and meaningful work. A disciplined mind is a protected mind, free from unnecessary distractions, second guessing, and chaos. When your mental energy is protected, you operate with greater precision, purpose, and effectiveness. Moreover, discipline protects energy by reinforcing resilience. Life is full of unexpected challenges, setbacks, and pressures. Without discipline, these obstacles consume energy as you react impulsively, worry excessively, succumb to frustration. With discipline, you conserve energy by staying focused, adapting intelligently, and managing your response to adversity. Your energy is preserved for constructive action rather than dissipated in panic, complaint, or fear. Discipline ensures that every ounce of energy you expend moves you closer to your goals rather than pulling you away from them. Discipline is also a form of empowerment. When you protect your energy through intentional choices, you reclaim control over your life. You are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances, other people's opinions, or fleeting emotions. You create an environment where your energy is concentrated on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, and your response to the world. This empowerment magnifies your effectiveness, productivity, and satisfaction, positions you to achieve greatness without unnecessary strain or wasted effort. Finally, discipline protects energy because it ensures sustainability. Energy is finite and life demands careful stewardship of it. Those who live undisciplined lives often burn out, exhaust themselves, fail to sustain progress over the long term. Discipline provides the structure, focus, and consistency needed to maintain energy reserves for the journey ahead. It allows you to work hard without self-destruction, to give fully without depletion, pursue success without sacrificing health, peace, or relationships. Discipline is the framework that preserves energy so you can accomplish your purpose fully and sustainably. So today, challenge you to embrace discipline as the protector of your energy. Guard your time, your focus, and your attention. Control your impulses, manage your emotions, and prioritize your actions. Surround yourself with positivity, structure your mind, and maintain consistency. Recognize that every choice carries an energy cost and invest wisely. Discipline is not a restriction, it is liberation. It is not a limitation, it is power. When you choose discipline, you choose to safeguard the most valuable resource you have, your energy. Remember, energy wasted is opportunity lost. Energy scattered is potential unrealized. Energy protected through discipline becomes your most powerful tool for achievement, influence, and fulfillment. When you are disciplined, you become unstoppable, focused, and resilient. You channel your energy toward what matters most. The results you achieve will reflect the wisdom, care, and intention behind your choices. Discipline protects energy. Protect your energy, and you protect your future. Protect your energy, and you maximize your potential. Protect your energy, and you live a life of purpose, clarity, and impact. Discipline be your guardian, your guide, and your ally. When you do, you will move through life with strength, focus, and unstoppable momentum. There is a principle in life that is often misunderstood, overlooked, or resisted trusting the process. We live in a world that celebrates instant results, quick fixes, and immediate gratification. From the moment we wake up, we are surrounded by messages urging us to speed up, to reach faster, and to achieve more without delay. And yet the truth remains: real growth, meaningful success, and lasting fulfillment do not happen overnight. They unfold gradually, deliberately, and often in ways that we cannot yet see. Trusting the process is not passive. It is an active, courageous, intentional choice to believe that every step, every challenge, and every season of your life is working together for your ultimate good. Trusting the process begins with understanding that life has a rhythm, a timing, and a sequence that is greater than our immediate desires. Just because something has not happened yet does not mean it will never happen. Every delay, every setback, and every obstacle is a part of a greater design. Process is teaching you lessons, refining your character, and preparing you for what lies ahead. It is easy to become frustrated when the results you seek are not immediate, but trust in the process allows you to see beyond the present moment, to understand that every effort, struggle, and challenge is shaping your future success. One of the greatest benefits of trusting the process is patience. Patience is more than waiting. It is the ability to remain faithful and focused while allowing time to work in your favor. Too often, we are tempted to rush, to take shortcuts, or to force outcomes before the timing is right. But impatience disrupts growth, creates unnecessary stress, and often leads to mistakes. Trusting the process teaches you to walk in rhythm with life, to do the work, to remain disciplined, and to allow time to perfect your efforts. The process rewards those who are patient, prepared, and persistent. Trusting the process also cultivates resilience. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, unexpected obstacles. Without faith in the process, these difficulties can easily discourage, overwhelm, or derail us. But when you trust the process, you see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow, strengthen, and develop the skills necessary for future success. Every struggle endured becomes a stepping stone, every failure a lesson, and every delay a preparation for what is yet to come. Trusting the process empowers you to persevere with courage, even when the path seems uncertain. Another critical aspect of trusting the process is focus. When you trust that the process is working, you are able to direct your energy, attention, and effort toward the tasks that matter most. You stop worrying about outcomes, doubting yourself, or comparing your progress to others. Instead, you concentrate on growth, learning, and consistent action. Focus aligned with trust amplifies productivity, sharpens decision-making, and ensures that your energy is invested wisely. The process unfolds more smoothly when you are disciplined in your efforts and confident in your preparation. Trusting the process requires faith, faith in yourself, faith in your journey, and faith in the timing of life. Faith is not blind optimism. It is a deliberate choice to believe that the efforts you make today, the lessons you learn, the challenges you overcome are all contributing to a larger purpose, even when you cannot see the full picture. Trusting the process allows you to maintain confidence that your persistence will yield results. Faith transforms waiting from frustration into an active season of growth, preparation, and region readiness. Moreover, trust in the process helps to cultivate humility. It reminds you that you do not have to have all the answers, control every circumstance, or force every outcome. Life is larger than your understanding. There is a design at work that you may not yet perceive. By trusting the process, you acknowledge that your journey is unfolding in its perfect timing, and you allow life to guide you while you remain committed to growth and action. Humility creates openness, flexibility, and a readiness to learn, which are essential qualities for long-term success. Trusting the process also fosters gratitude. When you recognize that every season, challenge, lesson has a purpose, you begin to appreciate the journey rather than focusing solely on the destination. Gratitude shifts your perspective, allowing you to see progress even when it is incremental, to celebrate growth even amid setbacks, and to honor the preparation that is shaping your future. The process becomes a source of inspiration rather than frustration, and gratitude strengthens your resolve to continue moving forward. Another vital element of trusting the process is self-discipline. Discipline ensures that while you trust the timing of life, you are also actively doing your part. Trusting the process does not mean passivity. It means consistent effort, commitment, and accountability. Every action, no matter how small, compounds over time. The process rewards those who combine trust with discipline, patience with persistence, faith with intentional effort. Success is rarely accidental. It is the product of consistent, focused action over time. Trust in the process also protects your mental and emotional energy. When you are consumed by doubt, fear, or impatience, you expend energy that could be used for growth, creativity, and progress. Trusting the process frees you from unnecessary worry, allows you to stay calm in the midst of uncertainty, and enables you to channel your energy into productive efforts. It gives you peace of mind, clarity of purpose, and the confidence to persevere even when results are not yet visible. Finally, trusting the process builds character. Process tests your patience, challenges your resilience, and strengthens your commitment. Develops qualities that instant success cannot teach: discipline, perseverance, faith, humility, and gratitude. When you trust the process, you are being refined, prepared, and equipped for the life and impact you are meant to have. The reward of trusting the process is not only the achievement itself, but also the transformation of the person you become along the way. So today, I challenge you to trust the process. Do not despise the seasons of waiting, the challenges that arise, or the delays that seem inconvenient. Every experience is shaping you, preparing you, and guiding you toward your purpose. Stay committed to your efforts, remain disciplined, allow life's timing to unfold. Trust that your work is not in vain, that your growth is intentional, and that the results you desire are on their way.